It's Halloween, so I guess I'll tackle a topic with a following almost as degenerate as VTubers. True crime. In May of 2016 in West Hollywood in California, the Ukrainian model Iana Kastyan was found brutally murdered in her apartment. The perpetrator was her husband, Blake Leibel. Leibel was a trust fund baby, his father being a real estate mogul and his mother being a corporate heiress. Less than a month before the killing, his wife had given birth to their child, but at that point they were beginning to grow apart, and it was very likely that she would have left with the baby. Nothing in any psychiatrist or prosecutor report suggests that this wasn't the motive. He killed her because of fear of losing control of a prized possession. He was also sort of a comic book creator. He had directed a few episodes of Spaceballs, the animated series, but his self-proclaimed masterpiece was his executive editing of the crime thriller graphic novel Syndrome, which includes depictions of grisly murders quite similar to the way he tortured and killed his poor wife. Otherwise, are there any themes in his storytelling guidance that give us insight into the mind of this sick man and the motivation of his horrible crime? Kind of. Syndrome opens with a block quote from the man himself in bold blue lettering against a skylight background, proudly proclaiming his belief that the oppressed masses are the ones truly in control, and the oppressive elite torment them because they fear them. The quote is attributed to the executive editor as if it's a provocative and provident philosophical declaration, rather than what narcissistic 14-year-old edgelords muse about on questionable message boards every 10 minutes. Not looking good for the guy so far. Otherwise, Syndrome is about a grand experiment to use surgery and elaborate simulated social conditioning to cure the evil within a vicious serial killer. The narrative focuses on a simulated town designed to guide the surgically mind-wiped killer to empathy and rehabilitation, with characters including an actress on the set, the narcissistic set builder who constructs the town, the arrogant doctor running the experiment, and the killer himself. The killer is the most honest of the cast, never giving any greater explanation for his crimes other than he felt like it. Syndrome doesn't honor this as much as dishonor the dishonesty of the others, especially the doctor, who even after failing to cure his patient, just lobotomizes him and moves on to a new subject, convincing himself that it will work the next time. The idea is that people can't truly change the way they're born, and once a villain, always a villain. Anyone who denies this is deluding themselves. It's a dismal way of looking at the world that takes self-responsibility out of the hands of criminals. Perhaps this was a way Leibel justified his own horrific misdeed. Regarding the story itself, it's a pretty mid-edgy psychological treatise with a short narrative and an unsatisfying ending. Or maybe there's something else that's just too profound for my ADHD monkey brain. Honestly, that might be a good thing, since it would mean I'd be less likely to kill my wife, if I had one. So happy Halloween! I am single.